PAT. It's Rodgers. Yeah, he'll find Hall. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Powers through. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
This is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Rodgers now on first down. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first and 10, it's Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. So these two teams will take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium as we're through 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on second down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences. And you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post,
zeros.
The clock hits zeros.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes second down at 5. Again, it's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams with time running out. And the Broncos have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So we have a score to report after all. How about this?
Whoa. Stop the press. Yeah, I know. I just broke broadcasting 101. I cut in on my play-by-play guy. But think about it this way. Marvin, our crack researcher, just handed us a note. We haven't had a scoreless tie in the NFL since 1943. 43.
And we will not have history here in this one, partner. Our first points of the game come in the 4th quarter.
I don't think that either one of us saw this game unfolding this way when it all began.
No, absolutely not. But, hey, now it's still just a one-score game, so don't go anywhere. A lot more to play for. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down 7-0, 23 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll get him a 1st down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.